Hi there. So I got a request from a member of the Thriving Family Circle to talk about diaper changes. So that's what this video is about. I've got my little note here. So I'm going to give you some suggestions on how you can work with this. And this is for an older child. So this is 3.5, 4-year-old. And so that's really who it's geared to. And you can use it even if you have a younger child. So the issue was how to do it when the child is resisting it. And this mom really wants to honor his bodily autonomy. So yay for that. That's an important piece. And so that's what she wanted me to speak to. So the first thing I want to say is for you to think about is the diaper change necessary? Now, I know you may be thinking, well, of course, Shawnee, it's necessary. That's why I'm changing the diaper. However, bear with me here. We as parents and adults, sometimes we think, oh yes, it's absolutely necessary because it's, it's smelly or it's been a certain amount of time and we know they peed or we know they pooped, whatever. And so we think, yes, it's necessary. And so I'm not saying that it's not. I'm simply inviting you, when you think about if you're having a struggle with your child around their resisting diaper changes, can you really back off a little bit and say, you know what? Okay, yeah, it absolutely isn't necessary in this moment. I really want it, and yet it's okay for it not to happen right now. So play with that some and see how when you back off the insistence of it absolutely needs to happen now because of whatever your reasons are, see what happens. Okay, so that's one thing to play with. The second thing is if you get to that point or when it is that point of it is time, then what I want you to experiment with is to make sure you're really connected to your child. And so what you want to do is you want to make eye contact. So I'm going to practice that, right? So I'm going to look you in the eye. I'm going to certainly, to do that as an adult, you got to get down on their level. You can't be looking at that from up here because that's not really making eye contact in the same kind of way. It doesn't feel the same to our bodies. So be at their level, make that eye contact, and then do something that's connecting. So whether you read a little bit or you giggle or play or stack some blocks together, you want to spend an amount of time. It doesn't have to be long, but you want to connect first because our children are most receptive to doing what we're asking them to do, even when it's not something they want to do, when we are connected. So that time you're going to spend on connection is going to pay off in making the request easier for your child to say yes to. Okay, so connect, connect, connect. That's the first thing. And beware, if you're doing it solely to okay, I'm connecting so I can get them to do the diaper change. If your agenda is really foremost in your mind, they're going to pick up on it and they're still going to be resistant. So literally, as best you can, connect for connection's sake. And then when it feels right, move into, okay, diaper change. Okay? The third thing that you want to do is engage your child's will as much as possible. So again, our agenda as an adult is diaper needs to be changed. That's our agenda. That's most likely not their agenda. That's why they're resisting, right? So you want to find ways and work with your child on how can you engage what they're wanting to. So it's not about giving them a promise or a reward. It's about helping them find what's in this for them too. Like, hey, you know what? You're getting pretty big. I wonder how fast we can do a diaper change because maybe they're excited about showing how amazing their skills are and what they're actually capable of. So you know your child best. So think about what in my son or daughter is going to be something that they can get excited about this pretty boring process that they don't really want to do. So what can help them be engaged in it? And the fourth and final thing that I want to say is sort of dovetails into this last piece is make it funner. That's more fun, I think. Make it fun and make it less disruptive to their agenda. So when my daughter, we did elimination communication, which by the way, I highly recommend if that's something you have any interest in. Look more into it. And the book that I love, it's The Diaper-Free Baby by Christine Gross-Low. But anyway, sort of aside, what I used to do with her potty, so her small little portable toilet, is I would bring it around when she's playing, and she's younger at this point, but I could see that she was engaged in play and that was her agenda. And so I would bring the potty underneath her while she's standing at a table playing, and I would make a sound that we used to do to signal it's about peeing, so I'd do a tss, and I would be ready, you know, with this toilet to catch the pee, right? Because I knew that she needed to go at times, or I had the inkling that she did, and so I just facilitated it. I didn't want to say, you know, oh, we need to stop, you need to go sit on the potty, because she wasn't always going to do that. So it's like, look, here it is, it's done, you've peed. You know, I took a little toilet paper or tissue, patted her vulva, patted her bottom, whatever, and I was like, done. So the more you can, even if you're doing a diaper, make it something that's engaging at that time. So whether it's you're telling a story, or you're using a silly voice, or you're singing a song together, whatever it is, help your child be entertained, because let's face it, how many of us like to go to the bathroom, except if we're using it for our quiet time, right? Most of us are not like, yeah, I want to spend a lot of time in the bathroom. It's just not where it's happening. So our kids are no different. So make it easy for them by, first of all, really checking in and seeing, is it necessary to do right now? Secondly, connecting first. Third, engage their will. And fourth and finally, make it less disruptive and more engaging and fun for them. So I hope that's helpful to you, and like this mom did, you're always welcome to say, hey Shawnee, will you do a video on this and such, and I'll be glad to do it. Or post, of course, in the Facebook group, and I'll respond to you there. All right, keep up the good work, folks. Bye-bye.